Chip the glasses, crank the plates. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. So carefully, carefully with the plates.
Hey guys, and welcome back to what is going to be the finale of the Ered Luin campaign. And in this episode, I wanted to talk to you guys about what I'm going to do in the future. And then also give you guys a quick look at the ancillaries that we've received from doing the ring script. Now, I actually recorded the battles, but I thought they were kind of boring. It was a siege here in Fenesturanen against Aragorn army, but I kind of felt like it was just long and drawn out. And then I also did a battle somewhere down here where Theoden was next to Entwade, and he was just by himself. I gave him a small little army, but I just didn't feel like the battle was too special. But I wanted to show you guys the traits and ancillaries that you get. So from Nain here, he has stolen the Horn of Jarl, which I think is probably the weakest one. It simply just gives you 1 authority and 1 troop morale. And there's a little lore blurb there if you want to read about that, you guys can. But yeah, it seems like it's the weakest one, considering you have to go all the way to Rohan and kill Theoden. Unless, of course, that Isengard kills Theoden, which I guess could happen. It's been 110 turns, and so far Isengard has not actually finished off Rohan. This is the longest I've seen Rohan live without like anyone coming in to support them. Over to the west, Clan Herald Grain here got the sword Narsil. When Aragorn had died and we sent a spy in Ladris, and this simply goes to your faction heir. It will give you 1 renown, 1 authority, and 1 public happiness. Again, not too special. I felt like, I guess the public happiness is nice if you're worried about public order on your front line. But I also, at this point, he's such a good governor that it's not really too needed. But it is something nice to have, but I wish those 2 items were better. And now here's the real meat and juice of the script. Would be these 2 items, of course, the Dragon Helm of Doroloman, which gives renown, morale, hit points, and authority. The big thing here being hit points, and then Narag Bark, which gives you renown, bodyguard size, and command. The big thing here being bodyguard size. If you have your faction leader who isn't Clan Lord Gore, but it's someone else with perhaps just the standard bodyguard, that would let them get even more of the Tamuzanar nobles. Yeah, overall, I'll also give you guys a quick look at the campaign map, but before I do that, I do want to mention the next campaign. I think you guys will like this. So what we're going to do is do a version 5 beta campaign as the Vale of Dorwinion, and Mr. Galadirthan already gave me permission to do this, and if you have seen his developer diary, he actually has a whole new forest is in this region here, kind of around the mountains here in the Vale, and right here along the mountains is a new elven city named Mordedel, I think, Mordenel, something like that. And they basically took Othlabad and just moved it over and pushed it to the east. So now there's a great elven city here that is tied with the elven script. So once you take this as Dorwinion, then the script kicks in. And it'll ask you, do you want to have the elves, since you've reclaimed their city, do you want them to work like in the cities and boost your economy, or do you want them to outfit your warriors and go to war themselves? So that'll be really fun to do. I did a test campaign as it already, just to play it around and do some testing reports for the team there. And I've mentioned a few minor issues, so I'm just waiting for them to get around to fixing that. But it should be very fun indeed. And then, yeah, taking a look at the map, Rune basically, I think it's pretty standard. Rune's done what Rune does. Dale is actually holding out pretty well. Dol Guldur is getting crushed right now. The Anduin only have the eastern side of the Anduin, but they took their forces and pushed into Dol Guldur, so when they got cut off from the north, it kind of helped them split off. Dunlin being a major powerhouse in this campaign, they basically took Bree here. I don't think there's any way they're not going to take Bree at this point. I mean, we did cripple Bree by taking out these 2 provinces, but it is what it is. We would have eventually beaten Angmar anyway, and I felt like there isn't too much more we could have done in this campaign except maybe push for Gundabad. But I'd like to do that perhaps as the Dwarves of Erebor in one campaign, or maybe do a migration as maybe we did Khazad-dûm, but then we just said, screw it, we don't want Khazad-dûm, we want Gundabad. I could just do something like that, but then we'd be fighting Angmar again. So I gotta make my choices there, but yeah, it will be a Dorwinion campaign coming up probably either at the end of this week or probably the start of next week. I'm just waiting for them to push out a few more minor patches. But yeah, that will basically do it for the campaign, guys. I'll just do one last look around the world. We never took the ring. It's sitting in Final Bell. Khan is being pushed back by the Ardenheim. Okay, guys, shorter video this time, like I said. I don't know if you guys want me to still do the faction review. I can, and I can go over like tips and strategies for playing as the dwarves. And I could also go over the different unit choices that you get on which ones I think are better. Which, spoiler alert, I think the Obsidian Guard are the better choice. However, there is an argument meant to be made that when you go to reject the rings, you gain 2 units. You gain the Lindar Mariners, who have armor-piercing javelins, and they are really fast because they're elves and they're infantry. And then you get the Azagul's Tomb Protectors, who are essentially 2-handed units that use great axes, and they have armor piercing, but they have like half of the attack of the Obsidian Guard. I'm not sure if I can actually see the Tamuzanar nobles here. No, I can't. Or sorry, the protectors. But yeah, I could do a compare and contrast of those guys, but I think that the Obsidian Guard with their much higher attack stat makes up for the fact that even though you get AP with the 2-handers, I think that the attack difference just more than makes up for it for the Grimborn Reavers. It makes them more useful against all units all around. But anyway, guys, that will do it for the campaign, so look forward to the Dorwinian playthrough, and until next time.